reformation of an instrument. If you will be asked to define what is reformation of an instrument, reformation is the remedy given to the parties so that the real intention of the parties, which is not expressed because of mistake, because of fraud, inequitable conduct, or accident, okay, will now be appearing in the contract that is reformed. At the same time, if you will notice, this reformation is also applicable to a relatively simulated contract. Again, to help you recollect, when you say simulation, okay, there are two kinds. You have the absolutely simulated and the relatively simulated. If it is absolutely simulated, parties do not really intend to be bound. And that is the reason why reformation is not applicable if parties do not really intend to be bound to each other. It falls under letter C. Real agreement is void. Okay? But the other kind of simulation is a relatively simulated contract. And a relatively simulated contract is a contract wherein parties really intend to be bound to each other, but the real intention does not appear in the contract. So what will be the remedy so that the real intention will now appear in the contract? You have to have the contract be reformed. It has to undergo through the reformation. Okay? Now, I want you to memorize what are the three cases wherein reformation of instrument is not applicable. If you will notice again, I highlighted three letters. D, W, V. Kung meron tayong DVD, dito meron tayong DWD. These are the contracts wherein reformation is not applicable. D for donations inter vivos, W for wills, and the last V will be for an agreement that is void. DWV. Instead na DVD, ito DWV. Okay? Because it's possible that the examiner might ask a question, can the will be reformed? Okay? Or can the contract be reformed? You have to remember first what are those cases wherein reformation is not applicable before you can answer yes or no.